Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're out at a property that I just picked up. Actually bought this thing at auction, sight unseen. Just pulled in the driveway. This is the first time I've set eyes on it, and I think we may have made a big mistake on this one. Look at this beauty. Looks more like a troll house than an actual house, if you ask me. My God, it's not looking so good at first glance. Let's go kind of walk around the outside together, see if we can get inside and assess what is really going on with this thing. Again, this is one that we bought at auction, sight unseen. We did have a street view curb shot of the property. We'll get into details on that later in this video, but for now, let's just go check this thing out, huh? So this property, this is a 3-bed, well, per county record at least. Again, that's basically all we had to go off was, hey, what was available on public record. This thing is a 3-bed, 1-bath, built in 1940, so this puppy's old. But it is on 1.5 acres of land. That's a positive. We'll get into that here a little bit later, but let's keep cruising here and check this place out. So far what I'm noticing, garage, leaning. This little walkway looks like it's about 6 feet tall. Like I said, looks like a hobbit house. In the roof here, we have a slight dip and a cave in right here that's fallen through on this front porch here. My God, look at this thing. Hey, stay off my property, okay? This side of the house, at least the garage, this place is completely toast. Holy smokes, no way. I'm gonna go over to the side of the garage here, but it looks like the entire side of, oh my God. It's getting worse. Had a weird angle here where I saw some light coming through. You gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. This is insane. Here's what the side of the garage looks like. It's completely missing. There's no, there's no side to the garage. Holy crap. That's a pile of rubbish, which is our garage. Hopefully that's not an indication of what the rest of the property is like. If it's just the garage that's in that poor of shape, the garage actually isn't attached to the house, so we could knock the garage down, reconstruct the garage, and potentially save the house. But we'll see what the house is looking like. Well, the house definitely isn't secure. This window is wide open. The screen is ripped out of it. Not to mention there's fruit trees out front here, which would be, obviously that's a food source. So I wouldn't be surprised if this house is full of rats, mice, rodents, a cat or two, and possibly some raccoons. I don't know. Oh, whoa. So I just noticed this. So the entire front wall here is completely buckling on this property. This is nuts. We might need to scab on some new siding here. I don't know 100%, but it's looking pretty bad right there. Okay, so as I'm walking up to our front door here, this is our front deck. Definitely seen better days. I'm sure it looked different in 1940 when it was built. It basically doesn't exist anymore. It's just a pile of kindling. We buy a lot of junky properties that need a lot of work, as you've seen on the channel. This one so far takes the cake as far as just structural integrity. Who knows, maybe we're pleasantly surprised and all this is just a facade and we get in here and this thing is just ready to live in. Okay. Jesus. Hold on a second, folks. We've got spider webs. Oh! Breaking through the deck here, okay. Oh God. For sure we'll need to mask up if I'm going in there. Like, it is like damp in there. We got to get some cobwebs out of there before I poke my head in there. I knew these deck boards would come in handy here. Yeah. Wish me luck. I'm gonna hold my breath just to poke my head in here. I don't want to be breathing in any of this stuff, but yeah, she's toasted. Roof caving in multiple places. I can see a bow, like the ceiling itself is starting to bow, which is no surprise given what we're seeing on the exterior. Personally, I'm not feeling too confident about walking into a property that is completely like structurally compromised. It's probably not the best idea. It's most likely not coming down, you know? It's been here for almost 100 years, but it's not coming down with me in there, I'll tell you that. So we're not gonna I'm not gonna tour you through the whole thing today, guys. Look at from this angle, that is to the interior of our home. So like this exterior wall is completely, when I was looking at it from over there, I couldn't see that it was completely busted open. Forget about the window for animals to get in here. How about like, a jungle cat could fit through this hole right here. This is insane. Guys, I'm thinking roof, windows, siding, maybe a new entryway deck, and she'll be ready for market. Man, I would love to be able to get around the back side of the property and tour you around the backside and just see what the heck else is going on. Because again, we can only really see the front, but this is what I'm dealing with that I have to try to climb through in order to get you guys to the back, which like literally no path. So I'd have to have some hedge trimmers or something to get back in there. Let me see if there's another route, maybe around the back or around this side here. I know I'm kind of making a big joke about this property. When you pull up to a property like this, it is something where, I mean, if you don't laugh about it, you'll just cry. There still might be some value here. We'll get into numbers on that here in just a few minutes, but it's a lot worse than I was thinking. So there's an open door right here. I just, you know, for S&Gs, I'm just gonna try to poke my head over there, see what the heck's going on. Pantry full of stuff, actually. And then we got our garage, which is a complete pile of rubble. Okay guys, so we bought this property at auction. In the auction business, a lot of times have to make quick last minute decisions. Sometimes don't know what the opening bid's even going to be until like the day before the auction or even like the morning of the auction in some cases. This was one of those buys. This property wasn't even really on our radar until the opening bid finally came out the morning of the sale. We ended up buying this thing for $180,000, which, like I had mentioned previously, this is on 1.5 acres of land. So when we were doing our underwrite, we knew that worst case scenario, we were buying it close to land value, somewhere close. I don't know, I don't know exactly what 1.5 acres of land is worth right here, but once you clear everything out, maybe it's worth, 200 grand. For 1.5 acre lot. Again, we'd have to spend time demoing the house, getting the land cleaned up and cleared for a new build site. At the end of the day, I think we can get our money back out of this thing. We can get an excavator in here, demo the house, get rid of all the briars. We'd probably spend 20 grand just cleaning up the land, which would put us into it at 200. And then, like I said, maybe we sell it for around 200. Again, the goal is never to break even, but we didn't know it was a teardown, and it was a bit of a roll of the dice with limited downside, basically. So if we would have came here, this place was not a tear down, and we could have, done a normal fix and flip on this place, pumped 80 grand into it, it would have been a smoking deal. Anytime you're buying at auction, you win big, you lose big. Sometimes you got to roll the dice, and this is what we did here. So guys, thanks for watching the video. I take you out in the field every single week to show you the different wild and crazy situations we get into. Also on the channel, there's tons of different transformation videos where you get to see projects from start to finish. And I got some awesome properties on deck to show you guys in the coming weeks. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, give me a like, hit me with a comment, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, see ya.